Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet Darla Nelson. She is a Christian life coach, a best-selling author, and she's a speaker. And this is her best-selling book. It's called I'm Fine, Really? She'll explain next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, you've all had this experience. You're talking to a friend. You're like, how are you doing? I'm fine. But we know there's something beneath the surface. And so that's why I have a best-selling author in the studio, Darla Nelson. She's a Christian life coach, best-selling author, speaker, and the author of this book, I'm Fine, Really? Darla, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I feel truly an honor.
Well, you've done so much broadcasting. I'm a little intimidated. You've done so many national shows, and you're just a very gifted speaker. Tell us the origin of the book. How did this come about for you?
Yes, it really came from a place of my own personal experience. And so when I was writing this book or thinking about writing it, I had also experienced some grief in my life. My father had passed away, and that was very traumatic, of course. I was very close to him. And yet at the same time, I was putting on that front of I had it all together and, you know, I could do all the things, right? And yet underneath, I was very emotional and sad. And an interesting story, if I can share it with you, is I was actually at a Home Depot, and it was just a few weeks after Dad died. And, you know, you're doing all the things that we do. And I ended up just kind of losing it right there in the middle of Home Depot. And I sat just down in the middle of a display and just cried and cried and that's kind of when I knew, like, oh gosh, Darla, something's going on here.
Yes.
And we need to work through this.
And it touches so many people. We're going to pull up your website. As we scroll on the website, let's talk about your coaching career. What kind of clients do you like to coach?
I really love to coach. I say that I coach women, and then I also say that I coach a few wise men.
Yes.
And I have women coming to me for all different reasons. So they could come maybe because they're experiencing difficult times at work, and so they're needing to learn how to have better relationships with their coworkers. It could be, I have clients that have lost children. I've had clients that want to become pregnant. And it's the mindset around all of it and the heart space of what they're experiencing.
Yes. We're going to pull up the book cover up full so people can see this and they can get it anywhere where books are sold. Tell us about the title.
I love the title. I'm Fine, once again, comes from that place of, it's like me asking you, Jeff, if you're fine. And you're like, I'm fine. And I'm like, really, Jeff? I don't know, right?
Yes.
And so it's just that place of moving from stress and anxiety to more peace and calm, because so often people get stuck in that place of stress and anxiety, and it's almost like it's a badge of honor. It becomes who they are. And so what I love doing is helping people to see that they don't need to stay there, that they can learn tools to really help them to move through these experiences. I really think it's important that listeners understand that we don't get over these things, like especially if it's grief. We don't just get over losing someone, but we learn to have tools in a heart space that allows us to move through these experiences.
All right, give us one of the tools.
Yes, for me is really about, for me, I'm a Christian author and believer. And so for my own personal experience is how I begin my day. I truly believe that in the be, do, have concept. Who am I being when I wake up every morning? And one of my tools is to just begin my day in quietness.
And that's so unusual because most of us fill our lives up with noise. It could be the TV in the background or the radio. Why is sitting in silence powerful?
It's been really powerful for me, and I know it's been powerful for my clients to just see, even if it's 5 minutes, just allowing yourself that space to just say, I'm just going to sit here, especially like if you're a young mom and you've got kids running around and all the things, right? You still can allow yourself that time to say, I just need to be quiet, be still, and know that I'm God.
Yes. And I urge you to follow her on all her social media. She creates a lot of great content. I found one video that I really like. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Coach Darla Nelson here. And did you know that when you create healthy habits into your life, it actually allows you to free up mental space? Right? The 6 inches between our ears, it allows us to know more peace, more calm in our life when we create and learn to have healthy habits. So, as an example, if you wake up every morning and you have the habit of grabbing your tennis shoes and putting them on so that you know that in your mind you're going to go work out, that is a habit, right? It frees up space in your mind. You no longer have to tell yourself, don't forget to exercise, don't forget to exercise, because you've created the habit of putting your shoes on. Or maybe for me, it's I wake up every day. My family knows this. I wake up, the first thing I do is I go in the kitchen and I get my water. It is a habit. I grab my water. I don't have to think about it. It literally takes no thought whatsoever because it is a habit. And I grab my water, I stick my lemon in there, and I start drinking my water. There's no mental space required because it's a habit. And it allows me to have other space, mental space, for things that are important, that maybe are not a habit, things that change and fluctuate every single day, right? We all have things in our life that are going to fluctuate and be different every single day. So by learning healthy habits, it's going to allow us to free up the space for the other things that are changing and are moving and are fluctuating. Okay? So I just want to encourage you to learn some healthy habits in your life so that you can free up space for the things that are not continuously going to be a habit, such as maybe today you have to go to work, but tomorrow you don't, right? So that's not a habit. It's learning the things that are just your way of being. For me, I've got so many habits. Luckily, they're good. I've got habits of exercise, drinking my water. What I eat is healthy. I've exercised, I think, which is most important for me. And that is the habit of I literally get my water. I walk into my living room. I look over there. I walk into my living room and I sit down every single day and I start journaling and I do my gratitude and I read my Bible and I do my prayer. It is a habit. I don't have to think about it. Now, was it always that easy? No, it wasn't. I had to create the habit just like I encourage you to do. So this is the stuff that I love to teach people. It takes some time. Yes, it takes 21 days, they say, to create a habit. And yet I have had hundreds of clients do this and they can't believe the difference in their life when they start to create healthy, happy habits. It's almost a tongue twister. Healthy, happy habits. The 3 H's, right? When you start to do that, your life will change. I promise you.
So beautiful.
Thank you.
We were talking before the show about putting things in a box occasionally because we all have stresses.
do.
And then there's a big meeting where you really need to be present, but you're worried about that thing that just happened minutes ago. Do you have any exercises or what do you do when you're feeling stressed out, but you're supposed to be on?
I take a really deep breath. Yes. Fortunately, that has really helped me a lot to just I've had some experiences recently where I had to do that. Like, okay, I'm going to take a deep breath here, what I focus on expands. It's one of my favorite sayings. And so if I focus on chaos, I'm going to get more chaos. If I focus on peace, I'm going to get more peace. And so in those moments of chaos, when you need to try to figure out do I put it in the box? Do I take it out?
Yeah.
Do I be fluid?
Right.
All the things is to just allow yourself to take that deep breath and know that it's just for a moment. We have the ability to change the way we think.
Absolutely. So we have about 2 minutes left. And so I want you to look into the camera on the left and talk to the person who's wrestling with something right now. And they really need to find that peace that you found.
Thank you. Yes, for all of you that are watching, I just want to encourage you to remember that if you're going through something really difficult right now, for one, I encourage you to just be still. Be still. There's always going to be things going on all around us. And when we allow ourselves to be grateful, that's a really big one, is to be grateful. Find something every single day that you can be grateful for. I love to tell my clients that some days you're going to be like, what am I grateful for? Like, this is really a hard moment. Maybe it's the ice machine working in your freezer. Maybe it's the fact that your husband picked up his socks this morning. I don't know what it is. Find something every single day, small or big, to be grateful for, and it could change your life.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for sharing your heart with us. We're going to end with her website, which is CoachDarlaNelson.com. The great Darla Nelson. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
What a privilege.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.